Okay Nation, I'm Kiara. Welcome back to another vlog. So in today's vlog, I'm going to be taking y'all along with me for another study with me. Today I am studying for midterm, mostly because I have a quiz that's due Sunday and I have an exam on Monday for midterm. So yeah, and we're going over 4 chapters. So I need to finish typing out my notes from class, and then I need to create the Quizlet or Quizlets, because I need to create just the regular vocab Quizlet, and then I need to create the Quizlet for the exam, to study for the exam. So that's what I need to do. And then I also have to do 2 worksheets or handouts, but I just do them on my iPad and I just write on it and then just submit it that way. So that's mainly what we're focusing on, because that's what comes first next week. However, if I get done with midterm and I feel like I'm in a good place with it, then I'm going to move on to patho and then skills, because that's the order of the classes and that's the order of the tests that I have next week. So yeah, just like last week, we have a lot to study for this upcoming week. So I'm going to take you all along with me for all of that. Like I told y'all last time, pray for your girl. Pray for your girl, because I only have 3 quizzes this week, but I have 4. Well, not 3 quizzes. I had 2 quizzes and an exam this week, but next week I have 2 quizzes and 2 exams. Or is it 3? Let me double check. I have 1, 2 actually. Okay, wait, no. I have 1 quiz, 1 exam for midterm, 1 quiz for patho. Then I have an exam for skills and another exam for skills. So yeah, I have 2 quizzes and 3 exams for next week. I thought it was just 4. No, it's 5. Yeah. So pray for your girl. Pray for your girl. But come on, let's get started. Let's get to studying. Done with the first session. So the way I do my study days, which I didn't realize that I was doing it like this until today. I just wrote out my little schedule or whatever. So like I told y'all, as y'all know by now, I go to school Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Okay, so on my off days, or on the days that I don't have school, which are Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I generally try not to study on Sundays, or I try not to do anything on Sundays. But of course last week that was not an option, because I had a lot to catch up on, because as I told y'all in my first week vlog, that first day of patho just threw us all off. So I was backed up, but I'm caught up now. So I try not to do anything on Sundays, but if it's necessary, then I just go ahead and do it. But generally I try not to do anything on Sundays. But for the majority, it's Friday and Sunday that this schedule applies. For the majority, it's Friday and Saturday that this schedule applies to, because I go to church on Sundays. So of course I'm not doing anything from 8 to 12. Anyways though, so the schedule is 8 to 12. You know, of course I do the Pomodoro method. I just use this timer from YouTube. it does 50 minutes of work or focus and then a 10-minute break. But for lunch, I give myself an hour because that's what we do at school. So it's kind of like trying to keep myself on the same schedule that I do at school. So 8 to 12, I do what I need to do. Of course, taking 10-minute breaks in between all the studying and whatnot. And then 12 to 1 is my lunchtime. And then 1 to 5 is the next session of studying. Of course, using the Pomodoro method. So 50 minutes of focus and then 10-minute breaks during that 4 hours. And then at 5 p.m., I go do, what is it called? My Bible study, and then I generally take my shower and eat dinner. So between 5 and 7, that's the time I've allotted myself to have a mental break and to, do what I want to do. So like last night, so Thursday nights I give myself a break. And then Friday and Saturday, I hit it hard and get everything I need done. And then Sundays, I would use as basically like a review day. Like to just go through the flashcards rather than creating them, doing notes and all that kind of stuff. Like I don't do all the heavy lifting on Sundays. It's just a matter of reviewing and making sure I understand and have the information locked in my head. But yeah, so from 5 to 7, that's another break. That's where I do Bible study, take my shower and eat dinner and relax. And then coming back, I would do 7 to 10 or 7 to 11, whichever one I want to do, depending on how early I have to get up on Sundays. But generally, it really just depends. It really just depends on what I have to do. So I give myself the option to go from 7 to 10 or 7 to 11. We'll see what I feel like tonight. But yeah, so throwing stuff. I ended up getting, how many things have I gotten done? I got 1.5 things done. So I finished my notes that I needed to for midterm. And then I already created the Quizlet for chapter 2 and 3. I just need to do it for chapter 5 and 10. And then I need to also create the, what is it called? The Quizlet, the exam 1 review Quizlet, because we have a physical review. Did I pull it out? I pulled it out. We have a physical review, so I'll just scan this in or type it in, however I decide to do it, and then I'll just make a review. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do my study days for the most part. Of course, sometimes it'll look different. Like we have a therapeutic communication paper done. We have a therapeutic communication paper that needs to be done for skills. And then we also have a disease profile assignment that we have to do. But that one they said is in class. So like I said, it would depend on what I need to do. But generally, this is how my study days look. Notes and Quizlet, basically. Notes and Quizlet. And then if we have assignments, like I have handouts to do for midterm or whatever. So generally, that's what it looks like. Notes and Quizlet. But I'm about to go eat lunch and take a break and watch YouTube. And then I will see y'all later. Hey y'all, so I just got done eating lunch and talking to my sister. Y'all, I have not talked to her since last week, and I don't even remember what day it was. It was either Friday or Saturday that I talked to her last week. So can y'all imagine? We went from talking every day to now talking like once a week. And last night she called me. I was just telling her, I don't even know how I answered the phone. Like, I was so tired. My eyes could not stay open. So tired. So tired. So, I was telling her, I was like, I don't know how I answered the phone. Like, I knew it was her voice. I knew it was her. But I don't know how I answered the phone. And I could hear it in her voice. She's like, are you sleeping? And I said, I think I said I was trying to go to sleep or I was asleep or whatever. And then she's like, okay. And I was like, okay, I love you, bye. And then we hung up, and I could tell she was gonna cry, and she told me that she did. But like literally, we're not used to not talking to each other and then not seeing each other, because I've been over there to see her and the babies. And this is the longest. These are probably going to be the longest 12 weeks of my life. Not only because it's, all the stuff, all the quizzes, all the exams, all the homework, like just all the things, but also because I don't get to see or talk to my sister as much as I'm used to. So, yeah. Or our cousin, Dominique, we talked to her too. So, yeah. But sacrifice, what is it? What's the saying? Obedience is better than sacrifice. So, what's the word? Is that how you said it? I think that's how you said it. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And I have to put in the work. I have to do what I'm supposed to do so that God can do what he's going to do. I can't ask him to help me pass these tests and exams and quizzes and all these types of things, make good grades, and to achieve the goals that I have set for myself if I'm not putting in the work, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, if I'm not doing my part. So, yeah. I am about to get started, and then I will see y'all. Well, I will talk to y'all again when I'm going on my next break. Like, break, not the 10-minute break. Hey y'all, while I'm on break, I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all. So I know that y'all saw that I was typing in the stuff on Quizlet instead of how earlier I had just uploaded my vocab list and then just went in and either added questions or corrected some of the things that the system generated on Quizlet. Well, this time it did not let me upload my chapter 5 or chapter 10 vocab list. So I'm having to do it by hand now, y'all. Chapter 5 and chapter 10 have 16 and 20 something pages. So it's taken a little minute, and I'm kind of upset about it, but like, I don't know. But I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all that, because I didn't want y'all to be like, oh, she was hyping Quizlet up, and then when I got on there, it didn't work for me. Like, no. It works sometimes. I mean, it's technology, so I'm not even that surprised. But, I feel like it would take just as much time to do, what is it called? Flashcards, physical flashcards, as it is taking me to do this anyway, so. But the only thing about doing the physical ones is I'm a perfectionist. So if I'm writing and something gets messed up, I'm not just going to be like, oh, it's okay. No, like I'm going to have to start over and rewrite it. So trying to avoid all of that, I just do it on Quizlet. But I just want to get on and tell y'all, like, it does not, well, it depends on your document, because the documents that I have, now the first set of vocabulary, like from chapter 1 that we got for midterm, was an actual chart. But all of the rest of them have been pictures of the textbook. So I don't know if which it populated for chapter 2, and those were pictures, but I'm not sure why it didn't do it for chapter 5 and chapter 10. Like, honestly, if it was chapter 2 that I had to physically type in, that would have been all right. But for chapter 5 and chapter 10, like, now you don't want to work. But yeah, so, because chapter 2, I think, had maybe either the same amount as chapter 1, which I think was like 7 pages. So, like, that wasn't that bad. That was not bad at all. But I want to wait till I have 16 and what's it called? 16 and 20 something pages of vocab to not want to work. But it's okay. I'm actually gonna try again while I'm on here with y'all. Let's see. Hello? Oh, I was about to get so upset. Oh, y'all. I was about to get so upset. Anyways, oh, let's try it again. I don't know what's different. Honestly, what I might go ahead and do is put all of this stuff into my exam review set of flashcards. That way, that's one less thing for me to do. See, it says we didn't detect any text in your files. Like, there's plenty of it. But anyways. So, you know what? Oh, it says scan, but how can I do that? Let's see. I have to have an actual document. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put all of this into into a exam review study card set. That way, that's one less thing I have to do. Another thing I can cross off my list. And then I will circle back and finish this. So, yeah. I'll probably see y'all after I'll see y'all officially again, like I said earlier, after my next break. Hi, you guys. So it is much later. It's after 6 o'clock, probably after 6:30 now. So I ended up getting in a little bit of a mood after I came on my post lunch break, the 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock break, because like I told y'all earlier, Quizlet wasn't allowing me to just send the documents with chapter 5 and chapter 10's vocabulary words on there. So I'm having to physically input them on Quizlet. And the only reason I won't print them out is because it's it's almost 40 pages. That is absolutely insane. Like, no. But that kind of just put me in a mood because it made me feel like I wasn't being productive or like I wasn't getting anywhere or I wasn't doing anything. Like, it just put me in a really down mood. I feel much better now. After showering, I washed my hair and just took a mental break. That's probably what I needed. And I prayed, of course, because I did Bible study, but I prayed because I cannot do this without God. And I didn't feel like this last week when I was studying, but I just feel like that was the devil trying to, set me back or make me feel like that. So I would stop, because I literally was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop for the rest of the day and I'm just going to rot in my bed for the rest of the night. Like, I don't have time for that because I have a lot of stuff that I still need to do. And I don't want to put everything off for tomorrow because I don't want to have to do anything Sunday. And it's a whole thing. But right now I am about to go see what I'm going to eat for dinner. But I've been laying here since I got out of the shower and watching YouTube. I just watched my sister's mommy-to-be Q&A with my mom. Can I talk? My sister's mommy-to-be Q&A 2 under 2. So I will link that in the description box below and put a card. Go check it out. Because again, the Mama Kai content I be talking about. Period. Go support. But yeah, shameless plug. Go watch that. And then, of course, I'm back to watching Mama Kayla Lynn. I feel like I'm literally always watching the same folks, which I do have some of Kyra's videos on my watch later because I'm not really watching anybody else right now because everybody just, it's the language. I can't do the language. So literally, it's between our content, Kyra, and Michaela Lynn. And I just found this other girl who's a nurse. I don't remember her name. Or actually 2 girls that are nurses. But I don't, well, one of them is Adelie. I don't remember her, the other part of her YouTube page or whatever. But I just talked about her, what video was that? I think it was in my study with me. It was either my study with me or my plan with me. So go check that out. Of course, the link will be in the description box below. But Adelie, and then I don't remember the other girl's name because, of course, I just found her. And I just thank God for stuff, like little stuff like that because it gives me hope. And plus, she's also a nurse. She's a Christian nurse, just like Michaela Lynn. Well, Michaela Lynn's a nursing student, but I'm speaking it into existence. She's going to be a nurse. But yeah, so it's not a lot of content that I can watch or that I want to watch because I can't do the language. And then it's just, people have a different lifestyle than I'm trying to live and that I do live. And it just doesn't make sense for me to watch that type of content, if that makes sense. We talked about this in my convictions video. I'll link that in the description box below as well. All the things for y'all. There's y'all's content. If you need content to watch, there's your content. But yeah, so I'm just rewatching old videos. And I was telling my sister, I was like, honestly, you know, y'all have your comfort show or whatever that you can go back and you can watch over and over and over, your comfort movies that you can go back and watch over and over and over, and you never get tired of it. That's how I feel about Michaela Lynn, Kyra, and our content. That sounds crazy to say out loud to somebody, but yeah. I love going back and watching our content. Honestly, to see our growth, like the quality of our videos, but not even just that, just how we act. Like, it's honestly crazy. It's crazy. It is absolutely insane. Like, even the growth from just a year ago. Crazy. But yeah. Yeah, I'm about to go see what I'm going to eat for dinner. And then I will see y'all when I'm back at that desk. Because you want to know something? We're going to get everything that we need to get done today. We're going to get it done. And at the end of this, I'm going to tell y'all that I got it done. Okay? Period. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Hey, y'all. So I just got back from getting me and Noah some dinner. We got Chicken Express just because it's right by our house. So it's something quick to grab and just come right back. But I'm about to eat. I am so, like, I didn't end up eating. It's 6:30. And actually, when I looked back at my clock, it was like 6:51. So I didn't want to get off track. So I just went ahead and went back to start studying. And then I waited because I didn't know what we were going to eat for dinner anyways. So I waited. And honestly, that break was what I needed because I felt much, much better going back over there to do my, to do everything that I needed to do. I got one more thing done. No, I got 2 more things done. So that made me feel a lot better and I only have 2 more things left. So it's just, it was a mind over matter thing. It was a mind over matter thing. I just needed to take a breather, pray. God literally gave me his overwhelming peace. Gave me his peace and I can feel it. And so, yeah, I'm about to go eat. It is after 8, it's 8:49. So it's about to be 9 o'clock. So I'm probably going to spend like the next 15 minutes eating and then I'm going to get right back to it. And I probably am going to stay up until 11 and then I'll just wake up a little later in the morning for church or to get ready for church because I wake up 3 hours before we leave. So I wake up with plenty of time to get ready. So just because I know what I need to do, I like to sit down and do my devotion, which takes about an hour depending on the morning. And then I have to get ready, and usually my hygiene routine takes about 45 to an hour. And then also my hair, I washed it, which I'm going to look at it tonight to see what I would possibly have to do in the morning. I did not take my twists out. I was telling my mom, like, I did not feel like taking it out. So I just washed it with the twist in, and they stayed. Now what they look like now, I don't know, because I just wrapped it up in a towel. But we're going to see what they look like. But whatever it look like, I'm going to make it work, because I'm not taking them down. I'm just not. I'm not. Who has time for that? Who has time for that? Who's doing their hair? Not me. Not me. Like, y'all saw, I wore my hair in the same style for I don't know how many days. Like, that's why I got the twist. So I wouldn't have to do my hair. Grateful for my hair, but it is a lot to manage. It is a lot to manage. So, but it needed to be washed. It needed to be washed. So, and y'all know I have psoriasis, so it was, I can't be showing up to them folks' school, can't be showing up to them folks' lab with my scales, literally scales. And you know what the funny thing is? We talked about psoriasis in patho, and I was like, okay. And then I found out one of my other classmates has it, but hers is not as mild as mine. I realized mine is mild. It's mild. And I rarely ever have reactions, but when the weather changes, that's when it gets pretty bad. And then also, like, if I put on something, like, I can't spray perfume and stuff on my neck. I can't put lotion on my neck. The only thing that I've found that works for me is Cetaphil or Cetaphil, however you pronounce it. And, like, I use the exfoliant, the what is it called? The SPF, the moisturizer, the face wash. Like, that's all I use. And then the only thing that I've added to my routine is the CeraVe, or is it CeraVe? Whatever it's called. Healing ointment. That does wonders for me. Especially when I had that allergic reaction. I just put that on and it soothed it. It still burned with it on, but it wasn't as bad. Like, it made it get progressively better every day. So, but we talked about psoriasis, and I was like, okay, I feel so understood right now. So understood. And it's like you finally realize, like, okay, so this is exactly what this is. You can figure out the science behind it. And it was actually pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm rambling. I'm about to go eat, and then I will get back to it. I did not bring you guys along with me during that time because I just wanted to go ahead and get, like, I was in a groove, and I was like, you know what? Let me just take a moment, because I was really having a moment earlier, as I told y'all. So I just needed a moment. So I took that moment, and I feel much better. So I'll pick y'all back up when I get done eating dinner. Good morning. Happy and blessed Saturday. So I did not end up getting back on last night. So sorry for that, because I did not mean to lie, but I did have intentions on coming back after I got done eating dinner. However, I ended up getting on the phone. With my sister and our cousin Dominique, and I was talking to them while I was doing everything. So I just did not end up getting back on. And once I was in my zone, I just didn't want to stop, even after I hung up with them. So I was like, let me just go ahead and get it done. I got chapter 5 done. So all I have left to do is chapter 10. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is my handouts that we have to do that are due on Monday. And then I am going to study and do quiz number 2. And then, well, I'm going to do chapter 10 before I do quiz number 2. But those are the 4 main things that I need to do today, because I want to go ahead and get midterm stuff out of the way. That way I can move on to patho and skills, because I also have tests for those 2 classes next week as well. So we have a lot to do, but I believe that we can do it, because God allowed me to do it last night. So I'm praying that he's going to allow me to get through everything that I need to do today as well. I am starting a little bit later. It's 8:01. Yesterday I was starting right at 8, but this morning I forgot to set my alarm last night, so I didn't wake up until 6. So I'm about an hour behind, but it's perfectly fine. I'm not going to stress myself out thinking like that because I'm not behind. This is when God wanted me to, start. So it's perfectly fine. My mom ended up buying me breakfast yesterday morning after I'd already eaten breakfast. So I just saved it for today. She got me some Chick-fil-A. I just get the chicken minis and hash browns, and she got me some orange juice. I didn't even have to ask for it. So sweet. But yeah, so I'm gonna eat this, and then after I'm done with this, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I will take you guys along with me for that today. But those are the 4 main things that I need to do today. And then of course, if I have time, I'll move on to everything else. But my main focus is midterm because I have a quiz and an exam at the beginning of next week. So yeah, let's get started. Y'all, first of all, excuse my bonnet. I washed my hair last night, and then I ended up stretching it, and I look a little crazy. And like I told y'all this morning, which is still morning time, it's 11:13. I was a little behind schedule, so I did not stop to do my hair or whatever, or take it out. So yeah, just ignore that. But I just got done with handout number 2. Why is that not due until next week? I'm getting my weeks confused. So I'm not going to say it was a waste of time because that's one less thing I have to worry about for next week. However, that time definitely could have been used for me to do chapter 10's Quizlet. So yeah. I should have double checked that. But honestly, like I said, it's done, so I don't have to worry about it. But now I'm moving on to chapter 10's Quizlet, and then I'm going to study, and I'm going to take quiz number 2, and then we will be done. Okay? We will be done. Period. But yeah, I will check back in with y'all at some point later. Hi you guys, so it is 3 minutes after 12. I was supposed to be stopping at 12. I forgot to do my timer, so I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, so I started on chapter 10, vocabulary. Let's see what page I'm on 7 of 27. But hey, 7 is better than none. So yeah. Yeah, I'm about to go to lunch. And yeah. I'll see y'all when I'm back at this desk. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Yes, I do. I have leftovers from last night. So I'm about to go heat those up, and then I will again see y'all when I'm back at this desk. Hey y'all, we are literally in the home stretch. I made it to page 20, which means we only have 7 more pages left. And okay, there's 2 full pages. 2 half pages, another full page, another half page, half page, half page. Y'all, I'm almost done. It's 3:31. I want to take my quiz before the end of the night. So as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to take me probably like a 20-30 minute break, because I took a 20-minute break a minute ago. I don't know if I got back on then. I don't remember if I got on or not, but I took a 20-minute break because I literally went from, what time is that? I don't know, but I went for like a full hour, almost hour and a half straight without taking a break. So after my lunch break, I went for like an hour, almost hour and a half. So I was like, okay, let me take a 20-minute break to compensate for the break that I missed. So plus the break that I was technically supposed to go on at that point. But yeah, so after I get done, I'm not going to stop until I'm done. Or well, actually until 5 o'clock. But preferably I'll be done by 5 o'clock. But I'm not going to stop until I'm done. And then once I'm done, I'm going to take that break 5 to 7. And then at 7, back at this desk, I'm going to study and go through the flashcards. And then, y'all, it's probably going to be over 600 terms that I'm learning, which most of them I do already know. And most of them repeat. But some of them, like maybe, I'll say it's probably half and half. 50% of them I have to actually learn. So, yeah. From chapters 2, 3, 5, and 10. 4 chapters worth of vocabulary. And like I told y'all, chapter 10 is already 27 pages by itself. Chapter 5 was 16 pages by itself. So you can imagine. You can imagine. But I can do it. I can do it. So I'm literally in the home stretch. I'm about to get this done. Like, I really want to stop and go get an energy drink, but that takes too much time, and it's already after 3. I do not need to drink an energy drink. Can I talk? I do not need to drink an energy drink after 3 o'clock, because last time I did that, I was up till 4 a.m. And I have church in the morning, so no thanks. But yeah, y'all, I really feel horrible for being out here in my bonnet all day. But literally, I have not been worried about anything but getting this done. So just please ignore me. Ignore this. Just act like you don't see it. Like, I feel just as uncomfortable being on here in my bonnet this long. Because, you know, if I start in the morning, you know, I'm usually in a bonnet when I wake up. But, like, I really could just stop and go do something to my hair. But I literally don't have time for that. And I've already just talked to y'all for like 3 minutes. So I'm about to get back to this. Like I said, I'm not stopping until I'm done. Or until 5 o'clock. And perfectly by then, I will be done. I will let y'all know. But I just wanted to get on and say that we are in the home stretch. We are at page 20 of 27. I will see y'all when this is done. Y'all don't know how excited I am to be done with this jit. Ugh. Y'all don't know how excited I am. Let me make sure. Okay. Whew, we are done. Like, y'all just don't understand. Y'all don't understand. I was stressed. I literally thought I was going to have to take the quiz tomorrow when it's due. I want to go ahead and do it and get it over with so I can move on to my other subjects. I have other tests to study for. Oh, y'all, it feels so good to be done. Like, I'm literally sweating. 4:20. I finished at 4:20. Did I tell y'all what time it was when I got on here last? It might have been like an hour ago. Period. But I have to go get my brother from school. Yes, it's Saturday and he's at school. For somebody that hates school so much, he should be up there a lot. But he went up there to watch a play. I'm assuming his friends were probably performing. So, yeah, I'm about to go get him. And then, honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and close out this vlog. Because literally, it's going to be more of the same. Like, more of the same. Studying. So, yeah. That is going to bring us to the end of this video. We hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to stay tuned for more of my Sisters Mama Kai content, my Finding Key and Nursing with Key content, our Life with Double K Nation and Double K Nation content. We would like it if you would all leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you later, lovelies.